Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking what is honestly a massive blind spot for most online retailers. We're going to look at why your online store's traditional search bar might actually be, well, silently draining your revenue right behind the scenes. Think about it. If you've ever felt that sheer frustration of looking for a product you literally know a store sells, but their website absolutely insists it just doesn't exist, yeah, you've experienced this exact leak. It's incredibly common, it's super expensive, and today, we're going to show you exactly how strategic AI is stepping in to fix the whole shebang.
68%. I mean, wow, that is a shocking metric, right? The data shows that 68% of shoppers will abandon an e-commerce site entirely if the search experience fails them. Just think about the sheer volume of traffic and honestly the potential revenue that represents. These aren't just window shoppers browsing for fun. These are high-intent buyers. They are literally typing into a little box exactly what they want to hand you their hard-earned money for. And yet they're walking right out the digital door, straight over to your competitor, just because your search function couldn't quite grasp human context.
So to really grasp how AI acts as this incredible revenue recovery tool, we're going to follow a quick 5-step roadmap today. We'll hit the e-commerce search problem, keywords versus shopper intent, what is AI search, how AI recovers revenue, and finally, the future of shopping. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1, the e-commerce search problem, also known as the hidden revenue leak.
You know, when we hear phrases like lost sales or cart abandonment, we almost always picture those surprise shipping costs at the very end of checkout, or maybe some super clunky multi-page form. But surprisingly, the search bar is actually one of the biggest, most silent culprits. Imagine a customer urgently searching for running shoes. They want to buy today. But because your inventory happens to be tagged in the back end as sneakers, they hit this stark, empty, no results found page. And guys, that is not just a minor technical glitch. That is a direct, immediate loss of a sale. And honestly, even worse, it fractures the customer relationship. When a shopper gets 0 results for an item you absolutely have sitting on a shelf in a warehouse, they don't blame their own typing. They just assume your inventory is basically empty. You spent real marketing dollars to acquire that visitor, and a rigid, old-school search bar just threw them right in the trash.
Moving on to Section 2, keywords versus shopper intent, or, as I like to call it, the clueless store clerk.
So picture this. Imagine walking into a physical retail store, right? You walk right up to a human clerk and ask for something warm for a winter hike. Now that human clerk doesn't instantly sprint to aisle 5 and grab a literal plug-in space heater just because you used the word warm. I mean, that would be a literal keyword match, the old way. It's totally robotic and frankly, kind of ridiculous. Instead, a real human clerk hands you a thermal jacket or maybe some insulated boots because they instantly understood the context of your request. They got your intent. Traditional e-commerce search, it's that robotic clerk enthusiastically handing you a space heater for a walk in the snowy woods. The new way, contextual AI match, is the experienced, intuitive clerk handing you exactly what you actually need, the jacket. And look, traditional search engines don't just fail on big, complex ideas, they totally stumble over the most basic, everyday human behaviors. Take typos, for example. We have all fat-fingered our smartphone keyboards while walking out to the car. Hurriedly typing SHS instead of shoes. A legacy system simply throws its hands up and just gives up on you completely. Same exact thing with synonyms. Someone searching for a sofa gets 0 results simply because your merchandising team labeled it a couch. Broad descriptors or conversational phrases, they completely break these older systems. They demand perfect, rigid, dictionary-accurate input from fast-moving shoppers who, let's be real, are often typing with just one thumb on a tiny mobile screen. It's an incredibly unreasonable expectation, and it is literally costing retailers millions.
Okay, Section 3, what is AI search? Basically, the intuitive personal shopper.
Now, the real core technology at play here is something called semantic search, and I want you to really notice the emphasis on meaning and intent. Semantic search doesn't just scan the individual letters you typed, it actually leverages advanced machine learning to comprehend the underlying concept behind them. Because it's analyzed millions and millions of human interactions, it knows for a fact that a crimson pullover and a red sweater are fundamentally the exact same thing, even though they share practically 0 letters in common. This is an absolute game changer for e-commerce. We are finally moving away from dumb keyword matching to actual true contextual comprehension. And what this does is create this seamless, honestly, kind of magical micro journey for the shopper. Step 1. The user inputs something incredibly messy. Maybe they dictate it to their phone while they're super distracted, or they misspell half the words because they're in a total rush. Then, step 2. The AI steps in as an invisible translation layer. It uses natural language processing, which is essentially teaching computers to understand the messy, beautiful, organic way we humans actually speak, to instantly untangle that input. It extracts the true buying intent. And finally, step 3. The perfect product just appears on the screen in milliseconds. The shopper has no idea about the complex linguistic gymnastics that just happen in the background. They just feel the frictionless magic of a store that seemingly reads their mind.
Which brings us to Section 4, how AI recovers revenue, or stopping the leak.
As you can see here, by implementing AI search, the number of those 0 results dead ends just plummets. A dramatic decrease. And why does this matter so deeply for your bottom line? Well, because every single one of those dead ends used to be a bounced visitor. Think about the hefty customer acquisition costs you pay to Google or Meta just to get a single user onto your site. By simply showing relevant, contextually appropriate products instead of a dreaded blank page, you are instantly recovering shoppers who were mere seconds away from abandoning your brand altogether. You are quite literally catching the money right before it falls through the cracks of your own digital infrastructure.
But wait, it actually gets better. The benefits totally compound. There's this fascinating reality about user behavior in e-commerce. Shoppers who successfully use an intelligent search bar, they actually convert at a vastly higher rate than those who just casually click around standard site navigation menus. When someone searches, finds exactly what they had in their head instantly, and feels fundamentally understood by your platform, their friction to purchase drops to almost 0. It literally takes a meandering shopping trip and transforms it into a frictionless, high-speed highway straight to the checkout button.
I really love this quote. AI search is not just a software update, it is a fundamental requirement for modern retail survival and revenue recovery. We are way past the days where a smart search bar was just a fun, quirky, experimental add-on for a website. Consumer expectations have been permanently altered by the major tech and retail giants who deliver perfect results instantly. Your customers now expect that exact same level of intuition from you. If your search feels broken, to them, your whole brand feels broken. So implementing AI isn't just a nice-to-have anymore, it's an absolute operational necessity if you want to survive in today's retail landscape.
And finally, let's look at Section 5, the future of shopping, going beyond the search bar. Getting your search rate with AI, that's really just the foundational layer. What we're rapidly moving toward is this incredible era of hyper-personalization at scale. Just imagine the search bar no longer acting as this static, boring directory, but as a dynamic, highly intelligent concierge for every individual user. It will seamlessly factor in past purchases, real-time trends, and even seasonal context to curate a storefront that exists entirely uniquely for the person looking at the screen at that exact moment. For instance, if a user who frequently buys outdoor camping gear searches for the simple word boots, the AI immediately prioritizes rugged hiking boots over, say, fashion winter boots. It anticipates their highly specific needs before they even finish typing the word. How cool is that?
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to reflect on regarding your own e-commerce strategy. Ask yourself, is your search experience an open door, enthusiastically welcoming high-intent buyers in, or is it a locked gate, actively turning your customers away? The data is crystal clear, the contextual technology is quite literally already here, and the choice of how you handle your shopper's intent, well, that's entirely up to you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I highly encourage you to go rigorously audit your own site search experience the minute this is over.